Hello, Hero of Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope you all are doing fantastic. I know I am because I've got the third shelf, folks. Yeah, so, um, if you've been watching the videos as I've been posting them, or you catch up or whatever, you'll know that I had these two shelves before we moved into the apartment. I picked them up at Walmart. Oh, sorry, my nose. It's itching. But I picked them up at Walmart and had them ready to go before we moved. Well, apparently, after we moved, Walmart decided not to carry them anymore. At least not in white. They only carry the shelves in black in store. You have to order the white ones online. Therein lies the problem. I don't like to order furniture online because, it's a larger box and I don't want it delivered to my door. I live in town. I don't want somebody to just take it. So it was a matter of wait it out, see if they eventually bring them back to in-store purchase, see if I can find one in store on the off chance, or figure out a different solution. I was looking into, they still sell the 3 shelves where it's just like, 3 tier shelves in store at Walmart. I was thinking about buying 2 of those and stacking them. But it'd still be shorter than these two. So I started looking at other places, and Target has these. Let's see if I can get. Has this? What company? Let's see if I can find a company. Room Essentials. They have them for close to the same price, but they are the exact same dimensions, which is perfect, and it's in white. It looks good. I'm excited. I can't wait to build this thing. So yeah, that's what this video is gonna be, is me building this and setting some figures up, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of figures that need to go up on a shelf, and they're cluttering the room. So I'm finally happy to have this. I'm gonna get it built and at least put the figures where they are going to go on the shelf, and I'll check back in with you guys. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun. Okay, I got to make this really quick, but I finished the shelf, but I ran into a couple issues. One, it's kind of leaning, and I don't know why. Whether if that's just the way the ground is, if I did something wrong with the shelf itself, why that is. And it's off slightly. So you can see there where it's, I don't know, maybe 3 inches. 2, maybe 3 inches off. And that kind of bugs me. It bugs me enough to where I might be, because I don't want to have symmetrical, off. I would rather have some, symmetrical, off, symmetrical. That's the way my brain works. So I may be taking all the figures off this middle shelf, putting this one there, and swapping them so that it makes sense in my brain. But then again, I also don't want to move all these figures. We'll see what I end up doing, but there's the update. I've got to go. I'll talk to you in the next clip. Okay, so I'm off of work. That's where I had to go in the last clip. And I've got the actual shelves themselves on the bookshelf. And man, the fact that they separated this halfway, because that's what they did, is that what is that? That, did you say stable, or I don't know. That shelf right there is the halfway point of the bookshelf, and that's where they kind of split it when building. Now you see where the X-Men are. That was where they split it in the Walmart shelves. So I've got several inches there that kind of throw off the whole thing, to where I have big shelves at the bottom and smaller shelves towards the top. But if I switch it up, I can't see what's on the bottom because it's too dark, because it's so low. Like, it's hard to see the DC stuff down there, and I would be shorting it at least another inch or two if I take these two and put them down there. So I've really got a dilemma here. I think I'm just going to stick with this. But the difficult part is I'm going to have to move this shelf and put it where this one is. So I'm going to have to take all those figures off. I can't tell. Is that blurry? Is that a bit better? I don't know. But I'm going to take all those figures off, move the shelves around, and I'm talking the villain shelf that I just fixed. There, that's a bit better. That I just got all rearranged. I'm going to have to take all those off, switch the shelves, and then put the shelves back, and then put all the figures back on where they're going to go. And I actually redid my whole shelf plan because this isn't even. And I'm a little frustrated. I think I'll be less frustrated when I actually complete it, but here is that plan. You can kind of see it there. Please forgive my handwriting. Here, let me just see. Can I... There, you can see a bit better there. But yeah, that's how it's going to go. Oh man, this is going to be such a project. Why didn't Walmart sell more of these in store? Or the timing of this just really screwed me, but we're going to go at it. I'll give you guys an update if I'm still sane at that point, but I'll check back in with you. Okay, that was a bit of a hassle. I'm now sweating, and I discovered that the reason that it looked like it was leaning is because of where it is. For whatever reason, bookshelves just tend to lean in that area. But the good news is that everything is where it needs to be for me to start setting up figures. God, I never want to do that again, but I know I'm going to eventually. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But yeah, so getting back to the plan, let me grab it real quick so I can just make sure I get this right when I'm explaining it. So the MCU villains are going to go back up there. Cosmic is going to go back. Avengers and X-Men are going to be right there. Those are all going to stay the same, just on a different shelf. Over here, up top, is going to go Phase 4 heroes, which is, Sam Wilson, Captain America, the Eternals, White Vision, Ironheart, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, all those guys. All those new, really awesome figures, and many others. And those were just the ones that were, sitting right in front of me, so those are the ones I read off. Then right there, that shelf is going to become my movie multiverse. So that's going to have, my Spider-Verse, Venom, who else? The what if characters, the zombies, those kinds of figures. Then I'm changing it up, and that shelf right there is going to become the street level heroes. So they are over there and are going to get moved to right there. This one is my X teams, like the other X-Men teams that aren't the X-Men. So those guys are already right there. They're going to get shifted to there. So what's going to go over here? Well, change the brightness. Okay, no, come on. Work with me here. There we go. So where the street level heroes are right now is going to become my bad guys shelf. My overall baddies like Doctor Doom, Claw, Iron Patriot, Ursa Major, Red Skull, those guys. That's what that's going to become. Then my X teams is going to become my X villains. So I'm basically putting all the villains on one side, because you can see my Spider-Man villains are right there. So it'd be Spidey villains, X-Men villains, overall villains, and then into the MCU. So that's what's changing with those. The very bottom on that side is going to become DC. The bottom two over here, at the very bottom, it's going to be Transformers, and then Star Wars right there, just below the X-Men. And then on this side, I know I had this up earlier, but I just want to thoroughly explain it just in case you didn't understand. This side at the very bottom will be where my Power Rangers, my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my Sonic figures, and the boys are going to go. Then the shelf second from the bottom is going to be my Spider-Verse, which was over below the X-Men last time. So I changed things up just because of, one, symmetry, and two, just the change up of the shelf, because that changed it up significantly. And then I realized I have one shelf of villains and two shelves of villains over here, so I'm going to switch those over and make it kind of uniform. So after all that, I'm going to get to working on actually moving everything at least onto the shelves that they're going on. And then I might check back in with you just to kind of show where everything is. And then we'll go from there onto what shelves I finish. So, yeah. I'm sorry if you're hearing me breathing a lot. I do have asthma. And I'm sweating a little bit. So moving all this stuff and then directly going into filming was a little bit too much. So, but let's get into it. Okay, progress update. So here's the state of the furthest shelf. It now has some figures just kind of sitting, waiting. But I've got the street level and Legacy Heroes set back up over here. I've got the Extra X teams and the Spider-Verse. The X-Men is set up. Transformers is set up. And the Avengers. Right up there. Cosmic. Villains. And over here, I have my comic villains all set up. It's the first time I've had them set up in the apartment. Pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. Let's get my foot over here. There we go. You can see everybody. Let's see. Got my Dark Avengers back there. Really need some updates on those. Especially that Dakin. My Hydra. So yeah, I'm liking how that's looking. There are a bunch of other villains I could put up here, but I just haven't. And I want to leave some wiggle room, but so goal of the next, I don't know, a couple hours of work. It's going to be this shelf, which is the X-Men villains. This one, which is Star Wars. Down there, Turtles, Sonic, Power Rangers, and then Multiverse, and Phase 4 Heroes. So, little progress update, and I'll check back in with you when I get some more progress made. Alrighty, so it is now mostly complete. I say mostly because there's a few things I do want to change and want to get fixed, but as you can see, all three shelves completely have the figures displayed. Sorry about how dark it is down there. And the reason I say mostly is because this shelf right here, the Phase 4 Heroes, it's a lot of the characters are the same height. So I can't stagger them like I used to do with my Infinity Saga heroes, because with this shelf I would, do Giant Man, Hulk, Korg, Groot, Thor, all the tall guys in the back, and then do the semi-tall guys, and then do the shorter people, and this one, it's a lot of people who are the same height and not a lot of characters that are super agile that I can put lower or have a reason to put lower. Like Spider-Man, yeah, but like I don't have a real reason to have America Chavez. Sorry, I'm get the there to get Chavez real low. You know, I just and some of them you just can't. So it puts me in a weird position. I think that shelf I'm going to have just kind of as is until I can get some decent risers. Probably the same risers that I have over with the Infinity Saga Heroes. But I did complete my movie multiverse. That's the MCU multiverse, the X-Men, and then like the Spider-Man movies. I think I showed all of these before. Not sure if I showed this one very well, but yeah, this is kind of my miscellaneous shelf. See all the different themes I've got there. There's my Transformers. My Star Wars. This one needs risers too, big time. Especially I've got other figures that I want to put on this shelf that are coming out. So I need to get risers for this one for sure. Go over to the X-Men. See them. Like so. Avengers. Cosmic. Get my villains from the movies. And then Infinity Saga Heroes again. Extra MCU figs. My bad guys. My X-villains. Spidey villains. Then my DC. Oh, actually got kind of light in there. So yeah, that is the display as it is right now. I think, give me a few weeks. I'm going to try and get some risers for those two shelves. I have a couple figures on the way that I'll be adding to shelves, swapping out, doing some other things. So give me a couple weeks and I'll do a full breakdown of everything on the shelf. Also, I have a trip to a really awesome toy store coming up. So after that, after I get some figures swapped out, after I get the new figures in and the risers put in, I'm going to do a full, here's what my display looks like, breakdown of every shelf. So expect that maybe December, early December, I'm going to try. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I'll talk to you another video, another post, another time.